Hello everybody, my name is Riley from Dude Pro Gaming, and I am here in a Bedrock world on my phone because I don't really have very much access to my PC, and I have 3 cool redstone contraptions to show you today. So this first one right here, you might have guessed, is a door, and you are going to see all this redstone right here. This redstone is part of a different thing, but when I flick this lever, you'll be like, hey Riley, why do we need all this redstone for just a door that isn't even fully closed? Well, just watch for a second, because if I put these blocks in right here, and then flick this lever again, it is going to open up, and still remove these blocks, creating a perfect pathway through. Of course, I did have to add some slabs right here, cover up a little bit of redstone. This is Bedrock Edition, so, yeah. But, let me put these stone slabs back. If I were to, and I just got rid of my inventory. If I were to go over to this door is also a 4x4. And so say you're a very rich player and you have a lot of diamonds and you need somewhere to store them, but you don't want anybody getting to them. So what you got to do is you got to build up one of these, and you can hook up a combination to a lock to this. You can either hook it up to this redstone line right here or this redstone line right there. You can hook it up, and then, or you can do this, you can press a very stealth button right there, and then it will open, and then you get your giant diamond pile, because you're super rich, and maybe you should spend those diamonds on building a way to keep these diamonds safe, because from what I can tell, you can just be like, grab some blocks, pillar up, and all the diamonds are mine, and I'm just gonna obliterate them out of thin air and destroy matter, because I am some weird superhuman that can destroy matter and not just change it into different forms. Alright, next contraption. Alrighty, so with this machine, I was trying to build an infinitely expandable block mover. And this thing, because I'm in Bedrock Edition, you can also use this to move chests. So if I were to put a chest right here, flick this lever, and it will be sent off into the distance. It's not very fast, but I do have a lot faster version in Java Edition, and I'll build that real quick for you to see. Basically, this machine is just this right here. Okay, take notes right here. It is just this machine stacked multiple times over and over. Every single block here is exactly necessary, and I'll go over the inputs in a second. But basically, what you do is you update the observer by turning on or turning off the stropper, which will output a redstone signal. And then when I remove the redstone block, it does that. Oh, I know what happens. Alright, this thing is reliable, I promise. It's just you need to, occasionally a block will get pushed up into there, and when that happens, it'll break. But that is not something you just saw, and it is working perfectly and delivered the chest to the end. And what you can do with this, you can place up to 12 blocks right here. So say you needed to move a lot of items quickly, and hoppers or water streams just don't do the trick. You line up 6 double chests right here, flick the lever, and they all start moving, and you can have like 12 hoppers at the end or something. So what I wanted to do, I would have just done a repeater line across the observers, and you can actually do that in Java Edition with a different design that will appear in future videos. But what I had to do with this is I had to make it a little more than 6 ticks. So what I did is I had pistons going over the dropper, and because it gives an observer update when the dropper turns on and or off, and off, forget that or, by activating this piston, it will disable this piston, which will enable this piston, because the redstone torches keep switching, which will continuously update the observers, which will move the blocks across. So here, let me show you how to build that real quick. Basically, all you really need is a sticky piston right there. You're going to need a redstone torch, you're going to need a building block, and a redstone block. And a repeater. I don't know what I just said, but that'll work. So basically, you gotta place a repeater there, and the dropper will be right here. And with that, the redstone block there, you take an output repeater with 4 ticks and then one with 2 ticks, or it can be switched, it doesn't really matter. Or it can be 3 and 3, I don't know. And then you can have a redstone torch right there, and then you have the next piston like so, which will also be over a dropper. I wanted to make a design that was make an infinitely stackable machine, which this machine does do. However, this is why it contains so little redstone dust. When you build a machine that has redstone dust, let me see, I'm pretty sure I blew up my other ones. But let's see, like this machine is kind of like, it won't even work, simply because it's still only 4 ticks apart, and this machine will get longer and longer and longer, and the more layers you want to add, the more repeaters you're going to need per layer. So what this machine does is, it's because it's infinitely stackable and it contains no redstone dust, because like say it was necessary for redstone dust to be here, it would activate all the other machines like per like it would activate like one layer would activate all the other layers within like a 15 block radius. And hold on, let me just place these back. So that's why I went to design a machine that uses no redstone dust. And of course I had to use the timings. I had to use very interesting timings, because this uses 3 ticks, and like when that turns off, this piston still stays up. So I have to use another machine to bring it back down. Let me activate it real quick, and you guys can see it in action. Here, I'll use this one right here. So when I place a redstone block right there, that might have been really fast, but actually I can put that in slow motion for you guys. But what it does is it first, this piston pushes this observer down, and when this observer goes back up, it activates this, which will also activate this piston right there. And then you can see that right there. And then it needs something to be turned off. So this will be turned on by default, because that will detect the update from this piston. But what it will also do is it will detect when it goes back off. So you'll see that piston fires, once, because, shoot, I should probably, like, I promise, this is my design. No, actually, it's my design. Alright, so this observer fires, which activates this piston, and when this observer moves forward, it doesn't do anything until the piston retracts, bringing the observer, which powers this block, which powers the repeater, which it makes this piston activate, pushing up the redstone block just for a short enough time for this piston to retract the other piston. And I'll get a slow-mo on this. And so with that design, you can make an infinitely stackable block mover. And even if you're not in, even if you are using Java Edition for doing all your redstone, which I personally do, there is a design that will be much faster for you, as Java Redstone is a lot more predictable. Anyway, that's all for the video. Thank you all for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe, because streams will be returning soon. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming, but they will be coming back soon enough. Alright, see you guys.